Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sia. If this is your first time being here, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. So in today's video, guys, I am gonna be wrapping up this past year of 2023. I went through a lot of things this year. I learned a lot of lessons, especially like in my business. Obviously, as you guys can see the title of this video, you already know what this video is gonna be about today. So we're just gonna jump right in. We're not gonna do too much, chit and chat and chatter, chit. So if it's something that you guys wanna see, then stay tuned. Y'all, so 2023 for me was, I wouldn't say like it was full of hardships, but I definitely learned a lot, and I'm grateful to God for everything that I went through, good and bad, because it allowed me to learn a lot, to process a lot, to let it marinate, and just apply those lessons. So I'm definitely ready for 2024. Now more than ever, okay? So I saw this trend going around where it's like ins and outs of 2024, and basically that concept just says what are some things that are out of 2024, essentially meaning that you are not bringing them into the new year, and what are some things that are in that you are going to be bringing into the new year. And I thought it would be really fun to share some of my ins and outs with you guys, because yeah, I definitely want to be more consistent with you guys. So yeah, why not? Disclaimer, it's not everything, but it's a good majority of some things that I'll be bringing into the new year and keeping out of the new year. So let's get started. So the first out for me is eating fast food every other day or every week or something like that. As much as I cook, I don't know if I'm the only one, but like sometimes I'm just craving fast food, and I don't know why, but I'll have like fast food for breakfast and then have fast food again for dinner, or fast food for breakfast and then have fast food again like 2 days after that. So pretty much like every other week I'm eating fast food, and I just feel like in this upcoming year I want to detox my body as much as possible, and I want to cleanse her. So I'm going to limit the fast food intake. That doesn't mean I'm completely cutting out fast food, because let's be for real, no. But I'm just saying that I'm literally not going to be depending on fast food as much as I did in 2023. Next is taking things personally. I feel like I'm not someone that really feeds into zodiac signs, but some would say I'm a Cancer, and we're naturally like emotional and sensitive people. So I'm learning as I'm getting older to stop taking things so personally, even if it does look like I should be mad and I should take it personally. I want to try and give people the benefit of the doubt. One, because I'm a Christian and Jesus told me to love everybody. And so in order for me to do that and to just add to that, I'm going to try to give people the benefit of the doubt and stop taking things so personally, like easily. 3. Okay, so I have my list written here. That's why I'm like looking down, but I'm gonna stop not speaking on how I feel about something immediately. So one thing I've noticed is like growing up, I was someone that would speak on how I feel. Like I let you know how I feel about something. And I feel like as I've gotten older, I try to avoid conflict. So I won't speak up on something, even if I feel bothered by it. Like I'll just not run from the situation, but try to avoid conflict and confrontation. And I feel like it builds up issues, like it builds up things that you're feeling. And then I get to the point where I can't take it no more and I explode on you. And it's like, well, if you was feeling that way, why didn't you just say something from the beginning? So no matter how small it is, I'm not gonna nitpick every little thing, but you can still express yourself in a respectful manner. You can still say how you feel respectfully. You don't have to wait till you get mad before you express how you feel to someone, or if someone offended you before you speak on it. So that's something I'm gonna try to start implementing in this new year. Number 4 is not going to the gym. So hear me out. Like I be trying, y'all. Like I literally be trying to get to the gym. Like I want to be that 5 or 6 a.m. gym girly, smoothie making, runs, cute little gym outfits, but I can't be consistent enough. And I'm tired of the excuses. So I'm really gonna try this year. Like I'm really gonna be a gym girly this year. I'm gonna try to be. So that's definitely an out for me. Not going to the gym as much, that's an out. Another out for me is soda. I absolutely love Coke. Like, if you know me, you know I love Coca-Cola. I love. I also love grape soda, ginger ale, you know, all that good fun stuff. But soda really is not good for you. And I can't be going to the gym and my eating habits are still horrible. You know, you get your dream body with what you eat. It's 80% of the weight loss process. If you didn't know, now you know. So I gotta take that out. Again, it's not gonna be 100%. Because it's a lifestyle. I don't want to make this a diet thing. And I plan on trying to live my healthiest for the rest of my life. You know, I'm getting older. So yeah, sometimes soda, but just not like every week. Which brings me to junk food. That is my next out. Instead of running to chips and junk food, you know, all this sugar, all that stuff, processed foods, I'm going to try to cut that out and rely on more home-based foods. Which brings me to my next one, which is making most of my dinners at home. I want to be the girl that buys groceries most of the time and cooks food at home. Therefore, I know what I put in my body versus depending on junk food, fast food. Okay. The next out for me is not completing tasks. So I'm a huge procrastinator, which is kind of like my next one. So we'll kind of put the two of them together. But procrastination and not completing tasks is a problem because like I'll start something, right? Like I have all these like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I never finish. I never complete my task. And I'm mad at myself because a lot of the stuff that I want to do is like trending at the moment, and then before you know it, it's like the trend is done and I still have like this incomplete video or whatever it is in my phone. So especially when it comes to my business and like branding myself, branding my business, I definitely have to get on my mark and complete those tasks. So that's definitely an out for me, is not completing my tasks and procrastination. Next is eating when I'm bored, which kind of taps into the whole junk food thing. I'll just eat just to eat. Like, am I the only one? Like literally, just because the food is there, or just because you have the money and you have a car, so you can just drive to go get some food, or you can get Uber Eats, whatever it is. You're eating just because. I gotta stop that. A lot of times I'll say I'm hungry, right? My stomach is growling and everything. And like 5 minutes later, I'm not even hungry anymore. But the fact that I was hungry, my brain remembers that. So I have to eat. I don't know. It's weird. I gotta stop doing that. Like eating just because I can. That's a no. So that's an out for me. And then the last out for me right now that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys is being late. Like it's so bad, guys. It's literally so bad. Someone wise once said, to be early is to be on time. To be on time is okay, and to be late is just out of the question. So I need to be that girl. Like I need to stop being late. But I make sure I'm not late to work though. Well, sometimes. Yeah, stop being late to things. So I gotta do better with that. All right, guys. So next are my ends. My ends. So these are the things that I am gonna be bringing into 2024 with me. So number one is going to church more. A few things happened to me personally this year, and I just stopped going to church. And I feel like that's when I should have really started clinging to God more and really like getting closer to him and building my relationship with him. But instead I felt like I ran from him. And the beautiful thing about God is, of course, he's never going to leave me nor forsake me. And there are so many things that happened in my life that I knew God was with me. I knew it was God, and I gave him that glory and the praise in that moment. But I feel like I completely kind of like detached. And I just learned that no matter what happens, yes, he's not going to leave you and forsake you, but he still wants you. Just because you're not being active and being in his presence, that doesn't mean you should like sit in that place and say, well, God's never gonna leave me, so it's okay. Like, yeah, be that as it may, but you still need to put in that effort. So an in for me is being more active and going to my church again. Another in for me is going to the gym, which we already touched on. I need to be that 5 to 6 a.m. girly. Y'all gonna start seeing some 5 or 6 a.m. gym vlogs, so be prepared for that. Another in for me is drinking water every single day. I want to start cleansing my body more, so I definitely want to start the water intake process. I want to drink more and more water, just so I'm not depending on like sugar, juice, soda, things like that. So definitely drinking more water. I already touched on this, but completing tasks. So that's an in, of course. Another in for me is updating my skincare routine. So I don't know, I guess like a lot of people say like I have really nice skin, which I'm appreciative of. I have a few pimples and blemishes and stuff like that, but yeah, for the most part, like I have really nice skin, and I'm grateful to God for that. But like I just want to like cleanse my skin more and just pay more attention to my skin. And one, I have really dry skin, so in the morning when I wash my face feels so tight and it's very itchy, uncomfortable until I put some like moisturizing something on my face. So I definitely want to learn more about my skin and just update my skin routine. So that is an in for me. And that brings me to my next in, which is tapping into my inner feminine side. I started doing that a little bit this year. Like I started buying some nice fragrances and, you know, making sure I feel good about myself. But I just want to dive deeper into that Sia. Like I want to get to know, you know, like the grown feminine Sia. So in order for me to do that, I gotta tap into my inner girly side. And you also don't have to break the bank to do all of that. Just like simple things. I want to do that more. So definitely tapping into my inner feminine side. Next is something I already touched base on, which is going to church, but this says reading the word more. I always have a goal every year, and that is to read the word from Genesis to Revelation, and I never ever get to finish that goal. So my goal this year, this 2024, is to read the Bible from start to finish. It might not be in order because I'm actually reading the New Testament first. If you want to know why, that's a whole separate video. I can definitely do that for you guys and break it down. But I'm just saying that, yeah, definitely, I want to complete the Bible. I want to finish the Bible at least once in my life. So, yeah. Next is practicing better budgeting habits. I feel like I'm a good budgeter, but sometimes I like spend on impulse and buy something just because, even if I absolutely don't need it, and I'll tell myself that I deserve it because I do. But it doesn't, just because you deserve something doesn't mean like you should buy it. You know what I mean? It's like you have to look at the bigger picture at things and at times. So I have to like work on that and stop like just shopping just to shop. So definitely practicing better budgeting habits. The next thing I want to do is start juicing. I think I bought a juicer last year. I just used it for the first time this year. I want to start juicing more. Again, cutting out the sugar, relying on like things that I'm making by myself, like healthier alternatives. So I definitely want to start juicing in a healthy way. And the next thing I want to do is intermittent fasting. So now that I realize it, a lot of my ends tie into each other, and a lot of it is just taking better care of myself and making sure that I'm at my best self, that I feel good and look good, and it just comes with what I'm putting into my body. So those are some things I definitely want to, you know, take part of this year. So the next thing I want to do is start reading more. I feel like when I was growing up, I was a huge bookworm, like a huge bookworm, huge. But as I got into college, I just kind of like leaned away from that, and I really like haven't like picked up that habit since. So that's something I definitely want to tap back into. And just like expanding my mind, like reading more like on different topics and different things I've been meaning to do. I know I'm not the only one that has like books screenshotted in their phone or pictures of the book saved in their phone that they want to read eventually. Well, if I am, I don't know. But I do have pictures of books in my phone that I want to get and I just never get. So I definitely want to be that girl that starts reading again. Even if it's like a book a month or something. Maybe I need to start like a book club or something. I don't know. Something to just keep me motivated, because I know I can't be the only girl up here that likes to read or wants to read. So yeah, I definitely want to start reading more. The last thing I want to do is to start going out on solo dates more. You know, I am engaged and everything, but like solo dating doesn't necessarily, it doesn't mean that you're single. That's the only time for you to solo date. You can solo date at any point, but I just want to like love on myself more. And that's tapping into the self-care, me taking care of myself, you know, my mental health, taking care of my body. I just want to focus a lot on me this year, this upcoming year. And I feel like I haven't really done that. So because I'm so busy like with everything else, I have like a million things going on at all times. So I really want to just put the pause button on that and just like focus on my spiritual journey with God, focus on like my mental health, focus on my body physically, focus on what I'm eating, focus on what I'm letting into my ears, like what I'm listening to, even down to the music, even down to like anything that's like tarnishing that's tarnishing me. I just want to like cut that out. Those are things that I'm definitely going to be bringing in to this new year, is like filters. Like I'm literally going to be filtering out what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what I'm, you know, and putting in everything's gonna be filtered. I'm just not gonna have time for the BS this year. So yeah, guys, that brings us to the end of this video. That is my version of the ins and outs. If you guys feel anything that I've said, or is there something you want to add to it, or maybe you have your own version of ins and out, feel free to drop that in the comment section below. So this video was very short, very sweet. It wasn't anything too long. Not too much rambling or anything like that. This year we're coming harder. This year we'll be more consistent. I know I said that last year, but I really want to be more consistent this year with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. Bye, guys.